Children, remember, good behavior at home makes for a peaceful day. I don't want any surprises today, understood?
Yes, Boris. And let's try to keep everything in its right place. Especially the bathrooms, they're for their intended use only.
Of course, Dad. I'm not planning any mischief today.
I'll be careful, Mama.
I'll be exploring.
Classic, what are you planning to explore today?
Just, checking things out. I have a knack for finding adventure in the most unexpected places.
Adventure is fine, but remember to follow the rules. No wandering into places that aren't meant for you.
Rules are sometimes meant to be reconsidered. Paris, the city of art, romance, and fabulous bathrooms. One small step for mischief, one giant leap for classic Caillou. C'est magnifique. Who knew a bathroom could be so luxurious?
The next day.
Tokyo. So many people, so many colors. But what truly fascinates me is that, even in the busiest cities, there is always a secret haven waiting for me. It's like stepping into a different universe. A universe where the rules are rewritten. If only for a moment. Every faucet is like a mini fountain. How delightful. Tokyo, you have been thoroughly explored, and enjoyed, too. Italy, where history and modernity blend, and even bathrooms hold the promise of clandestine adventure. Magnifico. I must say, this is a masterpiece of hygiene and decor. 3 countries, 3 bathrooms, each more delightful than the last. I feel like an international connoisseur of curiosities.
Later.
I can't help but notice that something is off today. There's a strange vibe in the air, almost as if our little explorer had a wild adventure.
And I heard whispers about a series of international escapades.
What do you mean, Dad? I haven't done anything unusual today.
But sometimes, the quiet ones hide the wildest secrets, don't they?
Classic Caillou, come here right now. We need to have a serious discussion.
What's the matter, Dad? I'm just tired.
Tired of sneaking out, perhaps? We've received calls and even seen photos from places you've been. Photos that show you entering the girls' bathrooms in Paris, Tokyo, and Rome.
It wasn't a big deal. It's just bathrooms, they're like miniature adventures waiting to be had.
Not in our house, classic Caillou. Bathrooms are not playgrounds for international mischief. They are for their intended purpose. You have broken our trust.
But, Dad, it's kind of hilarious. Imagine the stories you could tell. My brother visited the Grand Lady's room in 3 countries.
It sounds funny, but rules are rules. You can't just do whatever you want, classic.
We value respect and responsibility, and sneaking into places where you don't belong is not respectful. Not to the establishments, and not to us.
I just love exploring. I thought if I could see what made those bathrooms so special, I'd learn something new.
You learn nothing but a disregard for our rules. You are grounded.
You're not allowed to leave the house for a whole week. No visits, no outings. You need to reflect on your actions.
A whole week.
Sometimes, curiosity has to be tempered with responsibility. Classic. We all need to follow the rules, even if they seem silly sometimes.
Maybe you can use this time to write about your adventures, but remember to include the lesson you learned. You can still be creative without breaking the rules.
Maybe. I guess I got carried away by the excitement. I didn't mean to upset anyone.
It's not just about upsetting us, it's about learning to respect boundaries. We're proud of your curiosity, but it must be channeled in the right way.
3 days later.
Good morning, class. Today, we are going to talk about the importance of following rules and learning from our mistakes. Sometimes, our curiosity leads us on exciting adventures, but it is equally important to learn the lessons that come from those adventures. Would anyone like to share an experience?
I think sometimes, when we explore too far, we end up facing consequences we didn't expect. It's like when my brother got grounded for something he thought was fun.
Very well said, Caillou. And classic Caillou, would you like to share what you learned from your adventurous escapades?
I learned that there are boundaries for a reason. Even if something seems exciting and different, it's important to respect other people's spaces and follow the rules. I got in trouble not just because I broke the rules, but because I didn't think about how my actions might make others uncomfortable.
That's a very mature observation, classic Caillou. Learning from our mistakes is one of the most important lessons in life. Thank you for sharing. I know it's hard to face the consequences of our actions, but sometimes it's the only way to truly understand how important respect and responsibility are. I hope you take this time to reflect and grow.
I will, Miss Faye. I really am sorry for causing
Later.
We know you have a curious spirit, classic Caillou. Your adventures, though they may have been fun for you, caused quite a stir, not just at home, but even internationally.
We understand that the world is full of wonders waiting to be discovered. But there's a way to explore that doesn't involve breaking rules or risking embarrassment for our family.
We all learn from our mistakes. I know when I was younger, I sometimes did things without thinking, and I've grown since then.
We still love you, classic. And maybe now, with all this time to think, you can plan an adventure that makes us all proud.
I really am sorry, everyone. I just wanted to see the world in a different way, but I forgot to think about what was right. I promise to be more respectful and careful from now on.
That's all we ask, dear. Curiosity is wonderful, but it must be balanced with responsibility.
You're grounded for a week, but use that time wisely. Perhaps write down your experiences. Share your thoughts. Turn this misadventure into a lesson for yourself and for others.
I will, Dad. I'll write everything down, the excitement of Paris, the wonder of Tokyo, and the grandeur of Rome. And most importantly, I'll write about the lesson I learned, that some lines are not meant to be crossed.
Doris, I just wanted to say that I'm proud of Classic for coming forward with his reflections today. It takes courage to admit when we've done wrong, and it shows a willingness to learn.
Thank you, Miss Faye. We're all learning. And I hope this grounding isn't seen as punishment, but as a chance to grow.
Absolutely. Sometimes, the hardest lessons are the ones that help us become better people.
1 week later.
Look at these entries. I've written about each of my escapades. The thrill of discovering something new, the beauty of different cultures, and the importance of respecting boundaries. It's like I went on a journey inside my head, even though I was stuck at home.
That's really impressive, classic. It takes a lot of courage to reflect on one's mistakes and turn them into a story worth sharing.
Can we read one? I'd love to hear about your adventure in Tokyo again, but this time with the lesson you learned.
Well, let's see. In the heart of Tokyo, beneath the neon glow, I discovered that every faucet sings a song of possibility. But I also learned that my quest for excitement must never come at the cost of respect. Respect for others, for their privacy, and for the rules that keep us all safe.
That's beautiful, Classic. It's like you turned mischief into art.
I'm so proud of you, Classic Caillou. Turning your experiences into wisdom shows that you're growing up in ways we couldn't have imagined. This is exactly the kind of transformation we hope for when we asked you to reflect.
And it goes to show that sometimes, even when we stray off the right path, there's always a way back if we're willing to learn from our mistakes.
I must say, reading your journal entries has been a revelation. You've captured the spirit of adventure while acknowledging the importance of responsibility. It's a story that could inspire many children, if only they understood that rules exist for a reason.
Thank you, Miss Faye. I now see that while exploration is important, it must be balanced with care for others. I'm ready to move forward, wiser and more respectful.
I'm looking forward to seeing how you continue to grow, Classic. Remember, every mistake is a stepping stone toward a better version of yourself. And if you ever feel the urge for adventure, consider inviting someone along who can help keep you in check.
Well, maybe next time we can all explore together. Who knows what wonders we might find if we share our curiosity.
Maybe we can even write a book about it. The International Adventures of the Anderson Kids.
As long as the adventures involve proper permissions and no sneaky visits to forbidden bathrooms, I'm all for it.
Let's keep the mischief creative and safe from now on. We can explore museums, parks, and even the wonders of nature, all without crossing any lines we shouldn't.
The next day.
From the cobbled streets of Paris to the neon pulse of Tokyo, and finally in the timeless embrace of Rome, I learned that adventure is a double-edged sword. With every new door I dared to open, I discovered beauty and wonder, but I also saw the importance of boundaries. My journey was not just about exploring forbidden rooms. It was about understanding that every rule has its reason, and every misstep paves the way for a lesson learned. In my heart, I now carry the spark of curiosity, tempered by the wisdom of respect, and I am ready to create adventures that celebrate both.
Your journey reminds us all that even in the face of mischief, there is always an opportunity for transformation. Let your adventures, Classic, be a beacon for others to follow, a path where curiosity meets responsibility.
And let this be a new beginning for all of us. We're a family that loves, learns, and grows together, no matter what challenges come our way.
Today, we celebrate not just the end of a misadventure, but the start of a wiser, braver you. We look forward to many more adventures, ones that make memories and teach lessons without causing heartbreak.
So, what do you say, Classic? Ready for our next family adventure? Somewhere new, where the rules are clear and the fun is just as grand.
Absolutely. I'm ready to explore the world, with all of you by my side and the lessons I've learned guiding me every step of the way.
And this time, let's make sure our adventures are filled with laughter, learning, and a little bit of magic, without any sneaky bathroom escapades.
Hey friends, thanks for watching. Do not forget to hit the subscribe button, and be sure to drop a like on this video, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.